Step number one, open a separate bank card only for family expenses. So the thing is, me and my spouse, we both are very lazy. And advices like use an Excel spreadsheet and track each expense, or use a mobile app for tracking expenses. They don't really work for us. So that's why we opened a separate, dedicated bank card only for family expenses. So if we pay rent, we pay from this card. If we go out, we pay from this card. Taxis, groceries, deliveries, everything. Basically, any common family expense goes from this card only. And here's an important thing, is to use a bank that allows you to use Apple Pay, because this card will be assigned to either you or your spouse, and you need an access. You both need an access to pay from it. So Apple Pay actually does a great job in solving this problem. So what this actually gives us, we can open the bank app at the end of the month and see how much we really spent on family expenses. Yeah, it won't give you the detailed information how much you spent on groceries, taxes, and everything. But I don't really need that information, because even if I know that, anyways, what will I do with it, right? So it's not really useful, at least for me, in my case. But I really need to know how much I spent on family expenses. This is really important. Why? Because the next step will be calculating the family's net profit. And how to do this? Actually, it's a simple process. First, we need to identify our family's earnings, and in every family it will be super different. I mean, what you consider as family earnings, right? Because in some families you'll consider family earnings as earnings of both partners. Both husband and wife contribute to the family revenue. But in some families it will be something different. For example, in our family we have a rule, that my earnings are family's money, and my wife's earnings are her money, only hers. I can't touch it. I don't know how much she makes, and this is just her money. I think you got me. Yeah, so it'll be different for every family, and in this case we will be considering 10K as family income. Next step is identifying how much we spent as a family, and I think you already got me. This is where our step number one kicks in, right? We just open our bank app and see how much we spent in this month as a family. And it really takes us just 1 minute. We don't track, each expense, she tracks, I track, and then we combine, consolidate, and everything. No, we don't waste time on this. We just take the mobile phone, see how much we really spent on the family this month, and we just put this number into here, right? We just paste it here, and yeah, then we subtract, and of course we will have our family net profit. So why do we even need to calculate net profit? Why do we need that? So we need that to understand how much we can allocate between our goals. And this is where step number 3 begins. We need to set up a funding system, some funds, family funds, for different goals, for different family goals. And this is where you need to sit with your spouse, on the table, and discuss what goals your family have, maybe short-term goals and also long-term goals. And depending on that, you need to allocate percentages, how much percents of net profit you'll allocate to each of the goals, right? So I can show you how it works in our family. It'll be a bit It'll be a bit general, so it's a bit personal information, but I'll show you, right? So 20% goes to my wife as her personal money in her personal pocket. Yeah, she lives very well because she has her own earnings, personal earnings, and also from the family net profit. So this $800, like in this case, they're really personal money that I can't control. I can't ask where she spends it. She might spend it, she might save it, she might buy anything for herself and treat herself as she wants. Yeah, and also I also get 20%, $800. It might seem like a small amount, knowing that I actually earned 10K in this example at least. It might seem like small money, but you need to understand that this money is like super personal. Again, I can use it. I can actually buy anything for myself, even super dumb stuff, super useless stuff, and still not feel myself guilty because my basic family expenses are already counted in the family expenses over before the net profits, right? And also other parts of net profit actually go to savings and goals, right? So we allocate also 30% to goals. Goals might be anything, like it also depends on the family, like anything, like buying a car, buying a house, repaying the loans, anything. And in the goals, you can also like allocate inside of it to different goals, right? For example, you can make like goals is 100%, and inside you can make like 10% to health fund, 20% to car fund, and I don't know, 70% to house fund, for example. And this means that like 10% like health fund, it means like in this case 1200 goes to goals, and 10% from it is $120, which you must spend on your health. Maybe you buy a medical checkup, maybe you buy a medical consultation, or you buy some vitamins, you know, anything. And this actually gives you some, I don't know, set up budget that you really need to spend. So knowing that I also have aside some money for goals and savings, I can really spend my $800 on anything. This is the best part. Yeah, and also 30% to savings. This is like just a dedicated bank account only for savings that we don't touch. We try to not to touch it and not spend anything from it. Yeah, so this is how it's done in our family. It could be totally different in yours. So yeah, you're welcome to make your own system, right? I'm just showing how it works in our family. And last step is but not least, it's counting and allocating this money every month by a setup deadline. In my case, I set up a deadline every 5th of the month. You can make it any other date, but I think 5th really works well. And important thing here is to really physically allocating money, because for example, one of the common mistakes is to just count everything, like, okay, 800 goes here, 800 goes there, 1200 goes to goals, 1200 goes to savings, but never physically allocating to dedicated bank accounts. This is a huge mistake. Why? Because your 4K stays in your bank card, and then you start spending on everything left and right, and you start spending chaotically, and in a week you'll have a big chaos, and this system just won't work for you. So when you really physically allocate all this money to dedicated bank accounts, that's when you guarantee that this system works really well, and all of the money goes where it must go, you know. So this is Very critical. Don't skip this step. It's very, very important. So when you're done, okay, so when you're done, there will be only 3 possible scenarios in the system. So scenario number 1 is your family is profitable, and this is the best scenario, as you might understand. So this is when family income is more than family expenses. And in this case, you'll have this ideal picture where you have some money to allocate, and you have some personal money, you have some savings, and so on. This is the ideal picture, of course. Scenario number 2 is when it is break-even, when income is equal to expenses. And here you won't have anything to allocate, so wife gets nothing, you get nothing in your personal pocket, and nothing for savings and so on. But you know, it is still okay because your family expenses are already counted in, so you are not starving at least. But it's where you start understanding that you're not actually moving towards your goals, but instead you might have either one of the 2 situations. First situation, your family income is low. That's why you are spending all the money. That's why you're not having any profit. But there might be also second situation, right? When your family income is quite decent, but you also spend too much on your household, on your comfort, and that's why you're not having any profit. And this is really a problem. And this is where my system works very well at identifying, are you really earning or not? Because your family income, your family revenue is not your profit, is not how much you earn. I really believe so, because everyone thinks that my payroll or my business profit is how much I earn, but in fact, how much you earn is your family net profit. So if you, I don't know, if you earn as a family income, you get a lot of money, I don't know, maybe, I know, just a big money, but you also spend everything just on the household, just on the comfort, and not saving and not having allocations to go towards your goals. Then I think you're earning nothing, you know. And this system shows it and demonstrates it towards your face, so you know the truth, like the objective truth. Yeah. And third scenario is your family is unprofitable, so it's actually the same. So it's when income is lower than family expenses, and this is like the same as previous scenario. So no one gets personal money. We don't allocate any money on your goals. But here's a tweak, right? So in this case, we have minus 2K in family net loss. So we need to understand where this loss come from, right? If you had some savings, maybe you've spent your 2K from the savings account. Or if you didn't have any savings, and that means that your family got into debt in a sum of 2K, right? Maybe you used your credit cards. And so this scenario and this system as well, they really show you the use of credit cards. Actually, you might not feel it, but your family might be in net loss, you know. You might think that you have some money, it's okay, you're living your life, that's okay. I'm just not having enough to I don't know, to save. But in fact, you're losing money. It's not break even, it's not a profitable family, it is unprofitable family, right? Even though you're having enough money. Why are you having enough money? Because you're using credit cards. So this system again shows you the truth and lets you work on this. And of course, our our goal is to make our family profitable and have this picture when we can allocate some when we have some net profit to allocate, right? And if we're not in this scenario, we need to come here, get there. And if we already got there, then our focus should be increasing the family net profit. And for that, we need to control our family expenses. They must be adequate. And we need to think about how to increase our family income. So that's basically it. For me personally, this system made a huge difference because I'm quite an unorganized person, and sometimes I can be irrational. Sometimes me and my wife, we have different points of view on how to spend and our money. Can we go on a vacation, or can't we? Can we buy ourselves a car, or can't we? Can we I don't know, spend more on I don't know, groceries, I don't know, rent or anything? So this system really gives us a transparent process of getting family finances done. And if you implement the system, you won't have any conflicts. Maybe just in the beginning when you discuss the funding accounts and so on, but after, you won't have any conflicts. Everything will be, everything will be just organized as it should be. So this really, even in like tough months when you have less money, still you'll feel a bit more confident, more more confident, right? More calm. Yeah. So I really benefited a lot from this system, and I hope it'll be useful to you as well. And that's basically it. Thank you for watching. Bye.